There it is. And let's get some music that's not The Killers. We've got some stuff recommended already, which is nice, but not much. So we'll start it out with this album that my friend recommended me. It's just a short little thing called Bane's World. I don't think it has a single thing to do with The Dark Knight Rises. But it sounds alright from what little I heard of it. He's kind of hit and miss when he recommends music, but when he hits hard. So, yeah, how's it going? It's been a while. It wasn't really on purpose. I just kind of had shit going on, and then I was not feeling great because I'm stupid. We'll get to that later, I guess. Ooh. Oh, it's not bad. I like. Okay, hey. I hope the volume's all right. Tell me if it's not, you know, shitty. What are you sieging there? Jerome Hindman. Wait a minute. Let's unpause this for a second. No, he's still sieging. What is there? Are there invisible lines here that I'm not seeing? It's not sieged. Occupation progress. You're on my side, you fucking idiot. Occupation. Stop occupying Knoxville. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, we'll get back to that fucking rogue army. So the plan is to finish off the United States here, which is not easier said than done. They have more troops than we are currently able to create. Now, I think our military tech is quite a bit better than theirs. Oh, it's absolutely better than theirs. Never mind. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5, 30. We have all 30. They're sitting at a 27 out of 30. I didn't have to count. It's right there. Okay. So, definitely doable, I guess. I mean, it kind of depends on what that tech is that we have and they don't. But if it's something like, you know, attack plus 10% or like, you know, something like this, combat with, could work. Also, we got a nice ally. We've got Germany. If Germany decides to actually use their boats and come to the New World here, we've got it in the bag. Because we're going to go to war with Liberia. That's the plan. U.S. will be called in. Russia. Okay. Change of plans. We're going to go to war with Mexico. U.S. is going to be called in. And no one else. So we'll have Germany on our side. They'll have no one to fight but either U.S. or Mexico, so it should be fine. I don't really like that I have to go to war with Mexico now, but I guess that's just how this has to go. And we don't have much time left in the game. It's like 11 years. I think it ends in 35. So depending on how long this takes... Oh, this actually is sieged by something. Jacobins. Okay, we'll fix that. That's right, we killed Jacobins at the end of the last one, didn't we? Oh, there's still a couple of them around. Oh, you're working on it. No, you're working on it. So, yeah, there's not much time left in the game. Depending on how this goes, we might end it early, and if that happens, we might just boot up something else to play. We've got everything being built. Okay. Other than that, I think we can unpause. I don't think there's anything else we really need to get done right away, because we're just sort of building up strength so that we can take on the United States. Now, an interesting idea is the UK is currently fascist. Okay, they're also shit. Okay, well, I was gonna say maybe we ally the UK. We destroyed the UK, by the way, just in case you're tuning in for the first time or something, or you've short-term memory loss. I know it's been like 4 days. It's a long time. India is independent, except for like a couple pieces. Australia is independent. God bless. New Zealand is independent. Indonesia's independent, but that's the Dutch that we fucked up there. South Africa's independent. I mean, basically everything that the UK had was now gone, with the exception of Canada, and that could change at any moment. And they did lose parts of Canada. We've got Colombia and Newfoundland, and in classic Canadian tradition, they are respectively communist and socialist. Just like real life, am I right? But, yeah, it's interesting. The UK's fucked. They could still be a decent ally if they weren't so fucked, but they're real fucked. So, yeah, I guess don't worry about that. Austria, maybe? We'd like a new ally. Austria is fascist. That's like an instant alliance, right? I mean, that's like instantly... They don't like us, though. Yeah, but we're both fascist, and you've got a fucking great flag. Can you turn up the music a little bit? Probably you said that a while ago. There you go. You made it literally right as the stream started. Well, good. Good shit. Happy to have you. Let's keep the game going a little bit since we're... Oh, I pressed the battle plan button. You can see the plan basically stays the same as it was 100 years ago when we made this plan as a joke. Now it's actually a real plan because we actually have tanks. So, good plan. Yeah, hold this line. Fuck all this. Don't care about it. Invade this. It still works. That plan was made back when Robert E. Lee was still around, so you know it's a good plan. Incident in France. Fucking France. I don't want to go to war with France. They are socialist, but not communist. I mean, if we're gonna... lesser of two evils, right? And they're also very, very strong. Are they still allied with the U.S.? They are. Yeah, see, that's like a problem. Because otherwise I'd be like, hey, we can put our differences aside. National Socialist, Socialist, what's the difference, right? I guess fuck you, France, but please don't take it seriously, you know. How can the Confederacy become fascist if the World Confederacy means weak government while fascism demands a strong government? Fuck you. Dank memes, am I right? Yeah, thanks. Like I said before, I missed these memes you've been forcing. Egyptian officials don't want us to do our expedition. Well, would $2,000 dues change your mind? I think it would. What will you do when the last 12 years run out? I don't know if you asked that before or after I kind of answered it. Yeah, I'll just boot up something else. Near, yeah, maybe Near. I also could play a little bit. I've been playing a tiny bit of that game, Nantucket. That's the one. I've been playing a little bit of that. It's all right. I think my character just died recently, so we could start up a new one. It's kind of like it's got that sort of permadeath sort of thing going on. China, little China. I still don't want to be your ally. It seems just more trouble than it's worth. Now, if you could somehow get to the United States, that'd be great. I'm sure you have lots of people that you could conscript into your armies and force into foreign warfare, but you can't. You got no ports. So even if you had ports, I doubt you'd do it. But Italy also is desiring a fuck you. They're not as strong. Yeah, I suppose Italy. Fuck off. But please also don't take it seriously. I really don't want to go to war with Italy. Nantucket, that's a town. Yeah, it's also the name of this game about whaling. It's alright. I'm thinking about going back to it a little bit. It was okay. But it'd be a good way to kill a couple hours. Check it out again. We got new tech. I've been sort of making getting more Navy techs. The problem being now is that we're gonna fight the US. They've got like fucking 2 things overseas. They've got this that we gave them on accident. Who cares? And they've got this here, which also, like, who cares? Oh, I really like this. I really like that the US has 39 brigades down here because you might remember the numbers, how they work out here. They have 300. We have a possibility of 283. Unless you didn't pay attention in math class, 283 is smaller than 300. But if you subtract 39 from 300, suddenly you're looking at something a little more comparable. Suddenly you're looking at some numbers we might be able to win. There's also 66 over here, so we'll definitely want to make sure we're prepared on the Phoenix San Diego front. So yeah, anyway, the Navy's not really important. We're just gonna say fuck off with this one. And they don't have much of a Navy anyway, I don't think. And we're gonna focus on the mainland, first of all. And if we do anything else later, it'll, whatever. So, there's the idea of getting more money, but we don't really need money. We could get more influence, but we don't necessarily need that either with 11 years left in the game. Reinforcement, obviously, yep. That's a pretty easy choice. Okay. What do you mean? Do you mean a new game? What about the one you already started? The one you spent 8 hours in? Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The problem is my thinking. Just so you can get a look into my brain here. My thinking is... Doesn't this sound loud to you guys? I'm going to turn it back down just one notch. It's breaking my train of thought. My thinking... Oh, fucking Bulgaria. Let me finish a fucking statement. Second Bulgarian liberation of Dobruja against Romania. Romania is also my ally, you stupid... Oh, never mind. They're fascist, though. They should be my ally. They don't like me. Why does no one like me? Bulgaria. You are allied with just me, and you have 17 brigades, and Romania has also exactly 17 and is allied with no one. I really... Just fuck off. I don't care about Bulgaria. What was I saying? Right, my thinking. My thinking is that if I played something like Nier Automata, you know, because if we finish this early, it'll be like 2 hours from now. Or something like that, probably. So it's not like there'd be a lot of time to play something else for a long time. You know, I got stuff to do in the morning. So I was thinking I could play something that's not necessarily a big time commitment, because I wouldn't get really wrapped up in it and wanting to play it for too long, unless of course I did, but I guess that's just a risk I have to take. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, yeah, right, more fascist stuff. Okay. Do we want the cult of personality or an ideological indoctrination? Because I think once we take one of them, we'll have to wait 5 years until we get the other one. This one loses militancy and consciousness, which is actually pretty fucking stellar. Because we have no troops overseas. If anyone rebels overseas, they're gonna fuck us pretty hard. So that's actually pretty nice. Not get any rebellions. Get more ruling party support. That's good stuff. This one, more education, and 10% of the population becomes more fascist. The 10% is nice, but the thing is, getting more ruling party support, 200%, won't it have like somewhat of the same effect? And also, I don't care if they don't like fascist as long as they're not rebelling. So yeah, I think this one's good. It didn't seem to actually do anything to our militancy. but okay, alright. Cool. Yeah, we could pass some shit. I'm not really interested. Subsidies, maybe. I mean, we are fascist. We look out for our Volk. I understand doing that, but like, reforms. This man is dedicated to playing a game halfway through before it gets good and then saying, fuck it. If a game gets good halfway through, how good is it really? But no, that's just kind of... I'm not doing that on purpose. It just happens. Resettle blacks in Liberia. Ooh. Now that the Southern aristocracy has been forced to free their slaves, free blacks along with the American Colonization Society, begun on a program for willing colonists to settle Liberia. Supporting this program would anger most of the Afro-Americans in our nation, but this could be the solution for the ethnic problems between whites and blacks, even if it means we have to force them to go to Africa. Support the program gives us 2 infamy. Not a big deal. We don't really care too much about the infamy right now. I know we wanted it lower for some reason, but if we go to, we don't need any, and we don't need it lower for the war with America, and that's the big thing we're doing right now. Lose a pittance of money. Lose 10 prestige, also nothing. The people in our country who are Afro-American get mad, but they also get resettlement, which gives the following effects, but it doesn't say anything about them actually leaving. But of course we're gonna do it, right? I mean, like, yeah, we're gonna kick them out. Oh, right, the thing we needed less infamy for was to kill everybody. Well, we can still do that. I mean, we'll do that eventually. Lose 35% of our population immediately. Yeah, like, we'll get to that. Oh! Afro-American resettlement. Many Afro-American families in Chattanooga, after being freed, are reportedly planning on emigrating to Liberia, the newly established homeland for former slaves in the Grain Coast. We could force them to go, but that might not be a simple matter. Force them out. Pop moved to Bopolu. Excuse me, that's not in Liberia. Bopolu. Oh, it is? Oh, it's right here. I missed it. Okay. We'd gain more infamy, lose money, lose prestige. All of the Afro-Americans leave, which is neat. But we also kind of need people. But on the same token, how many? It's only 2%, right? And they were slaves before, so most of them aren't soldiers anyway. They just fucking get out. I mean, we're the Confederate States, right? We got to do this. Force them out. This is gonna get tough. I'm not liking where this infamy is heading with. Yeah, Tampa, get out. It's getting high. If time's the issue, then wouldn't booting a game you already started to waste less time? Yeah, that's also sensible, I guess. We'll see. I mean, at the rate this game goes, especially when a war is going, it might not even be a problem. We might have another stream of this after this. It's hard to tell. Anti-Colonial League. When we consider the injustices wrought by representatives of the Confederate States, they don't like colonization. Now, I could piss off socialists or I could piss off conservatives. Now, neither of those are fascists, so I don't really fucking care what they think of me. But there are actually more socialists than there are conservatives. Now, what that says about the state of the Union... Oh, well, it's not a union, it's a confederacy. But what that says about the state of our confederacy, I don't really, I don't want to dwell on, but basically it means that I don't really care about the conservatives as much as I care about the socialists. And that's a strange thing to say out loud, but it's just the fact of the matter. We're going to get too high in infamy, and we're going to have to stop kicking out the blacks. That is also a strange sentence out of context, but it's a strange game. Speed this up. Suez Canal, thanks. Still baffled by the fact that we managed to get the Suez and not the Panama Canal, whereas the UK got the Panama Canal and not the Suez. It's a wacky world. Yep, take that more infamy. Thanks, give it to me. Let's get some more reinforcement. Behaviorism. Force some more out, and we're quickly approaching the max. Labor, okay, whatever. Oh, the U.S. doesn't like us. Well, fuck you, U.S. We're getting ready to go to war with you anyway. Although, if they declared war right now, we'd be pretty fucked. But Galicia goes bankrupt. Of course they do. One thing that's kind of interesting that I was thinking about, this resettlement shit. Normally, you would do it as like the U.S. or you'd be the Confederacy and you would have Liberia. The interesting thing here is that Liberia is not only... Well, they are in the sphere of the U.S. They're not a satellite, but they are in the sphere of the U.S., but they're not in our sphere, right? Because they're in the sphere of the U.S. So we have no sort of agreement with Liberia, presumably. We're just fucking shipping black people to the coast of Africa and just saying, bye. And the Liberian people are just sitting like, what? You can't just do that. You can't just send people at us. And it's like, sorry, you can send them into the ocean if you want, but they're not coming back here. And it's like, oh. Ooh. Actually, wait. Yeah, we already sent him out of Tampa. Yeah, look at this. Dixie, Native American miner, Texan. Hey.
Wait a minute. I thought we were gonna genocide them all instead of just kicking them out. The plan is ruined, man. Fall back. I repeat, fall back.
Well, the thing is, we've run out of infamy. We could do this like one more time, and then we have too much. 2 more times, I guess. So, I think you're right. I think at this point, like, we can't kick out all of them. So we kicked out some of them. Basically, we're still going to probably kill them all. If we have the chance to do that. I guess we were just being really nice about it first. Like, hey, if you want to go take a swim to Liberia, you will have a chance of living. Otherwise, just you wait, because we got some decisions in mind that you might not like them. Our great leader was dead. That's the first time this has happened. Have we had the same leader for like 100 years? That's too bad. Okay. People not a fan of him dying. Coming together, hell. Dello. Trying to say hello? Howdy. Are you gonna play more Vicky 2 or after this campaign ends? Very, very, very likely. Yeah. Probably. Brazil. I don't know what you're doing there. Oh, Kutch. I don't know what Kutch is, but they're fascist now, so they're friends of mine. Whoever wants to leave, they can leave. Whoever wants to leave, you can leave. Okay, I see how this is going to go. It's going to ask me for every single province in my country that has black people in it. It's going to ask me, hey, you want to kick them out? I'm going to have to say, Bulgaria wants an alliance. Yeah, well, if you don't call me in again, this can be a good alliance. You know what I just thought of? I'm not a fan of the Oh! Newfoundland became fascist! Well. They're shit, though, is the thing. Yeah, you know, I was gonna say we could ally with Newfoundland because it might help against the U.S. I mean, they've got Canada in between them, but it's something. Colombia might be a better choice. They're a constitutional monarchy. They also have no troops. Never mind. No, worthless.
Wait, it costs 10,000 pounds for swimming lessons to Liberia? Huh, didn't know. Good to see those taxpayer dollars to work, though.
Hey, what do you think taxpayer dollars are going towards? You know what I mean? You have to remember that we had 0 taxes, and then the fascists came in power, and they raised it up to 25%. They gotta do something with it, right? I mean, something is different about the government fundamentally between the fascists and the conservatives. What could it be? It's that we're paying for people to you know, swim to Liberia. It works for me. It's a good enough justification for me. For 25% tax. It's too bad that the fascists don't allow taxless havens, but it's not like anyone wants to move here anymore anyway. Yeah, we got 4 people leaving to New Zealand. Yeah, that's how you know your country's doing real well. Oh, man. It just means we're officially a part of Europe now. When no one wants to live in your country, you know you're doing something right. Whoever wants to go, you can go. Which country next? That's a good question. If you have any suggestions, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, so far we've done Ireland, which was a little too, I don't know if I'd say difficult, it just didn't go well. Difficult might be the right word for it. And then we did the Confederacy, which I think was a really good difficulty level. Like, it was hard at parts, it was easy at parts, it had a lot of potential. We could have definitely done better. I mean, remember, we were originally trying to take all this shit. Good luck with that. I mean, we didn't even come close to that. We still are accomplishing quite a fucking lot. I mean, clearly. Clearly. But something around the same level as Confederate States would probably be something we'd look for. I don't know what that would entail, though. Maybe Mexico would be an interesting one. Maybe we could do, like, fucking Norway. Spain? Spain's a little higher, but Spain is a rebel. Spain is a rebellion right now. They are... Spain does not have a flag. They are just a rebellion. Good job, Spain. Good job. Yeah, it's because they're communist. Oh, well, communists do have some interesting flags. I gotta say, though, this fascist Newfoundland, they kept the pink and green. Interesting choice. It looked worse with the communist one, though, so I guess it's an improvement. Oh, pink is the color of Brits. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Maybe that was on purpose. Maybe they... I didn't know pink was the color of Brits. What's the color of the Japanese? Because they got the pink flags. White. Japanese are white, huh? Whatever you say, Victoria, too. Paradox, you wanna... Okay. What are we again? Gray. Yeah, nice gray. Same as Germans, right? Germans are kind of brown. The weird things to say. Oh, okay. The British are now a presidential dictatorship under the Tories. The reactionary Tories. So they were fascist for like about 10 straight seconds. And now they're reactionary again. Strangely, I mean, this is the UK. For some reason, them going reactionary did not reinstate the king or the queen, right? I mean, wouldn't that be what the reactionary thing would be? I mean, reactionary is like going back, right? So shouldn't they go back? They released Jamaica. Oh, you fucks. Oh, fascist Jamaica. Oh, I love that flag. Fascist Jamaica. All right, well, cool. UK is still reeling from their loss against us. What I was saying, though, is Really strange that they decide to go back to the way things were. And so they get a president. Have you never read a history book in your lives, you fucking Tories? I mean, okay. All right, I don't remember any big English presidents, but hey, what do I know? Claim on Italy. Well, we won't use it, but whatever. There is a similar but better mod than this. What is... Which one? I don't know. You'd have to... That's one of those things that a lot of people would probably disagree about, you know. You'll recommend something and someone else will say, like, nope, that's garbage. Whenever I told him I thought nations are good and should exist, he said that people with my opinion should die for progress. Did I say that? Or are you talking about somebody else? Did I say that? Just keep going. Suez again. We've already spent 2 years and we are not quite at our... Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of troops being built. Oh yeah, this could be a while. Well, let's work on our influence while we're doing this. I think we've got a couple that we're working on. A couple fascist nations worldwide that need our protection from Daddy Confederacy. Yugoslavia is no, yep, okay. Increase opinion, thank you. Romania, increase. Panama is still, yeah. Indonesia, increase, good shit. Bulgaria is allied with me. I can't add to sphere because I need more. Okay, almost there. Austria is number 13. They're not underneath anybody. They are neutral with everybody except the UK they fucking hate. So this looks good. And Australia. Australia, if we get you under us, that'd be pretty fucking neat. Okay. I bet the Confederates have 1920s anime. Yeah, I don't know. We did have I don't know. I don't know. Hey, look, the Republic of China. Well, that's a new one. Weird. The Japanese might take them over before they do anything too interesting, though. Yeah, China's kind of consolidating already. They've already, like, halved the numbers of countries here. All of these little countries have, like, gobbled up their neighbors and doubled in size. And one of them's now calling themselves a republic. They're a dictatorship, but yeah, it's, you know, specifics. Unemployment is high, whatever. Oh, no, that was the... I should have clicked that one. I should have read that. Oliver Cromwell. Oh. Well, that's true. He only was basically worse than a king. Yeah, I forgot about Cromwell. I guess that... Yeah, well... You know what I mean. It's strange that they picked that. Even with Cromwell existing. Let's just put these guys together and then split them in half. We're obviously... that's not the half, but... We're obviously going to do a bit more work with that later, but... This is a little loud. Oh, fuck. I just minimized chat. Please. There. UK would be good, you think? How about Mexico and make the dream come true, becoming a government all about the drug cartel? Ooh, that'd be an interesting... Ooh. We could... Oh, the British are now, communist again. That'd actually be an interesting idea. We could play Mexico. It's kind of... Some people might not like the idea of it. But we could play Mexico and then, like, control the global drug market. Invade Afghanistan to get those sweet poppies. Where are they? I know they're here. Where are they? Come on. What? Where's the poppy? You telling me poppy? I don't see no poppy. I'm not going to war if I'm not getting poppy. Please. Give me those seeds. Poppy seeds. Where's the pop? Here it is. Oh, that's not exactly... I thought Afghanistan had a bunch of poppy. Maybe that's just real life. Yeah, we could do some interesting invasions of the Middle East as Mexico to get our drug empire rolling. Poppy's quite valuable in real life. Again, I don't know about it in the game. Militancy, whatever. Whatever, I don't care. The HPM mod. I think that's what I might have played last time. and then people said this one was better. And so far, I like some of the things it adds. I like the fact that it's got like more fascist stuff, it seems. Which is cool, because I usually end up going fascist. Because, I mean, there were so few countries that went fascist in real life that making any country in this game fascist is just neat, right? I mean, fascist Jamaica, right? I mean, if it was fucking communist Jamaica, you'd be like, okay, that's kind of strange. Fascist Jamaica, you're like, oh, okay, that's neat. New research, yep. Despite still not having this war going, there is actually a lot going on. Supply limit, yeah, that sounds great. If we finish the game without declaring this war, I'm gonna, like, fucking... We have 330 now. Okay, that is great. Yeah, they're not... Yeah, see, this has taken a while. I'm not really a fan of how long this has taken to build these troops. I wasn't really thinking it was gonna take that long. Now, if we're smart about it, it might not matter. I mean, see, they've got 72,000 right here. We get a 100 stack right here. We smash them. There goes 72,000. There, 72,000 troops of theirs. You know, it's good. It's good. But has anyone had a conversation with a person who wants a global nation, literally globalist? You had a conversation with one yesterday. I tried to be reasonable, suggesting how if the UN became a loose confederation with little power, besides making sure there's no war. Oh, maybe if. Okay. He comes with me, I want a communist meritocracy where people don't pull their own weight, who don't pull their own weight are removed from humanity, and the people who are in charge will be the right people because they are selected correctly. Yeah, that sounds great. I can't see a single problem with that. I can't see any holes in the logic of one government ruling the world, and this government is allowed to kill people at its own discretion because they're not good enough. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, you've clearly interacted with a good human being. Oh yeah, those sweet poppies. You gotta love the poppies. I never had opium myself. Not really an opium kind of guy. Not really a drug kind of guy. But some people are, and that means it's good business. And you know, if we wanted to run a drug empire, that's where I'd be looking. I don't think there are any other drugs in the game. Unless you count tea. He sounds like a commie. You should bully him. He was a former Soviet, probably KGB. Oh. Oh, look at that. All right. The Workers' Commonwealth. Is that the UK? No, who is this? The Workers' Commonwealth. Who? Who? That's not him.
This chat is so full of good ideas right here. Let's do every single one of them.
Yeah, why not? Sounds good. All the fascist options are also definitely the same in HPM. Oh, well then maybe I'll look at it. I don't know. There's coffee, too. That's a good point. We could do some coffee invasions. Coffee wars. Those are cows. That's gold. This is coffee. Yeah, some African coffee wars could be an idea. Indonesian coffee war. That's a lot of coffee. Okay, yeah. It's an idea. Mexico has very little coffee on their own, but that's kind of like classic video game progression, right? You start with a little bit, you expand, you eventually have it all, you go for the nice juicy pieces. That could be an interesting campaign, Mexico. Norway is also one I'm looking at, like I said. Shall we host a colonial exposition? Sure, why not? Show off a little bit more. Greece is interesting. I've played them once before. Portugal I never really played as. It's an idea. Netherlands. Brazil. I don't like Brazil, though, because they're too big. I mean, they're not powerful, but they start out looking so big that it's like not... unless you take over all of South America, it's just not that impressive, taking little bits of fucking Paraguay and shit. You know? I like starting out as something small and growing. Not starting out as something big and just sort of stagnating. Which is, yeah, it's like, whatever. It's not my cup of tea. Alliance from Sweden. Now that's a strange one. You still have a regular flag, Sweden. But you are socialist. Okay. You've got 110 military score with 28 brigades. You aren't allied with anybody. You're number 11 in the world. You know, that's not too bad. I'll take you. Finland is also a pretty good choice, I think. Somebody recommended that. What is that? They're ruled by the Esditsi. I don't know. It sounds fucking French to me, but... kill some people, kill some other people, kill some people. Okay. How about Argentina? Argentina would be an interesting choice, actually, yeah. Fascist right now. Argentina wouldn't be bad, because they're sort of a little more underdogs. They're not as underdog as like fucking Uruguay or something, where you're just fucked unless you can just roll through the other underdogs. You know, they've got room to grow, but they've also got big rivals. You know, Chile, Brazil later on. They've got... Argentina's an interesting choice. It might happen. Are they Patagonian and Platinian and Afro-Caribino? And what's up here? Okay, so fucking... I don't know what any of these cultures even are. But okay. The Coca Wars. We must take the cocaine trade and the black market porn industry from Japan, since they have such a tight grip on it. Does Japan have a tight grip on the cocaine industry, or are you talking just the porn one? I like the idea of literal nation building as the UK, banning immigration out of the country but encouraging immigration at the same time, causing all the Irish to move to and build up a select region. Ooh. That's kind of a neat idea, yeah. Send, like, Irish slaves into new nations that we want to create. I could see that. Oh, did I fill up my water? I did. Let me just take a quick drink. Holy shit, England is just flip-flopping. Yeah, they can't really decide what they're doing here. They're still called the Commonwealth. They're currently liberal, which is the most normal thing they've had in like, years. Let's take a look at our army. We've gone, like, this far and, like, done nothing with our army. Like, I don't like where this is heading. It almost looks like it's gonna head to, like, we're gonna get ready right before the game ends. So let's take a look at this. Okay. We wanna divide this up. Now, I still don't remember exactly what the great composition is, but I remember that I did come up with a composition that I thought was at least okay, and it's not this one. It must be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, I can just, right there. 8 artillery, 2 planes. See, this seems decent. It's a 48 stack. Send you here. Get ready in Phoenix, okay? Let's make it, okay, let's make some of these. 9, 2, 6. Okay, so this is the alternative 1 infantry more edition. You're good there. We can sweep through there. It's actually, like, if you look at their troops, it doesn't look like they have much, but I think we just don't have good vision. Then we'll make a tank troop here. Similar composition, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was 7, right? It was 9. Okay, well. Memory of, like, a fucking snail or something, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a plane. We don't have 9. 8 we'll have to do. 2 planes. And I guess some artillery would be nice, but we don't actually, People were... Okay, I was reading somewhere that you're supposed to have armor separate from infantry, but should armor be separate from everything? Or just separate from infantry? Like, should it still be a whole thing, or should it just be tanks? I don't actually know. You realize you can mobilize, right? It'll give you a lot of troops. Yeah, but so can they, right? That's the problem. I understand that I can mobilize, but they can too. They currently have more troops than us. So if I mobilize and they mobilize, they'll still probably have more troops than us, you know? And that's what they're going to do, of course, is mobilize. And also the mobilized troops are ass. I've learned that the hard way. They're not very good. Oh, here's some gotcha. About time. Let's check on our little guys. Yeah, I've missed this. Add to sphere Bulgaria, thank you. That's like our, what, our like second one, because we didn't pay attention to this at all. Argentina's in there, that's nice. So now we stop on you. You're still going. Are you socialist, Australia? The world is nonsense right now. Someone... Rebels against Argentina. I don't care. Honestly, just waiting for this campaign to end and a more interesting one to begin. Wow. Harsh. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. We've done very well. I mean, even if the whole US thing doesn't pan out, I won't be too upset, but I'd like to get this war in and kill some Yanks. Oh, here's the artillery we need. Some anarchist artillery. That's interesting. We just need 6, I think would be the number. This is a really weird gotchi song, I gotta say. Not implying that any of them are particularly like normal music, but it's a little weird. My partner said Dello to the Confederates and you. Partner? Gay life partner? Ew. Yeah, I hope you're not telling me you're some sort of gay man. Or woman, gay woman, I don't judge. Except that, you know, stop that. Austria wants to back in a crisis. What do you want, Austria? You're going against... no, I don't even fucking care. There's no way I want to help the Austria. Germany is on the side of Austria for Hungary to acquire states. Oh, shit! Okay, Austria broke. Whew. Okay, so is there now going to be a war between those two? No, no crisis. Oh, no. Oh, Hungary just broke free because of that crisis. I see. Good. Not gay, asexual. You're ace. Okay. All right. Okay. I'd like to see that one. This looks fine. It really doesn't look fine, but it's fine. Keep going. Keep building these troops. We're at 200. We're getting there. It's coming. We also have a lot of troops overseas. Let's do something here, because we're at more now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our troops in the. You know what? We're just gonna build tanks and planes. All right. We're gonna look at our troops that are in North America. We're gonna build fucking tanks, and we're gonna build planes. Because the U.S. is, I mean, there's no way they can compete with this, all right? Everything other than that is, like, optional at this stage, is what I'm thinking. That's like, let's get something like this. That's a lot of tanks, and then we'll get a lot of planes, okay? All of them. All of them. There it is. Tanks and planes. Just keep it real fucking simple. That's 146 more that we're building. That'll be more than they have. We'll be golden. Couldn't make them anything above infantry because they aren't in a state, just a territory. Oh, wait. Once when I got steamboats, I started fighting the North Germans with my conscripted Japanese army. Couldn't make them anything above infantry because they aren't in a state, just a territory. Oh, I see. Will EU4 replace Vicky's the Paradox game you stream when you get bored of it? It's possible. I don't know how long that would last. EU4 is definitely not my favorite. I like it enough, but it might be my least favorite of the Paradox games. That's just because I like Paradox games. It's not saying it's a bad game necessarily, but like I like CK2 better. I like Vicky 2 better. Hearts of Iron 4 I don't like as much, so I guess there's that. But I like Hearts of Iron 3 better. Stellaris is a toss-up. Romania against Russia. Can you just stop, Romania? Also, this is a strange one also. The B gays staying alive. Okay. Oh, whoever just added Persona 5, good shit. Good music. I don't know Last Surprise, I don't know that song in particular, but good. That game's got some neat songs. I like them. Let's put you in Wheeling. New Zealand is now fascist, of course. The fascist world order is spreading. Ooh. Nice flag, New Zealand. Real sleek. Like, it looks like you're a fucking Muslim country. Like you look like a Muslim terrorist group who's gonna, like, cut my head off. But, you know, you're just fascist. You're not really... There's nothing wrong with that. So, we'll become friends. Australia is still shitty constitutional monarchies, which is actually very interesting because Australia is not underneath the UK. which means they have their own king. There is a king of Australia. Or queen. It's kind of weird. It's a wonderful world we live in. I remember when once I played as the Netherlands, and in my war to reclaim Belgium, I accidentally genocided my native Dutch population. So I basically conscripted the entire population of Indonesia and used them to march through Southeast Asia. I did this because they didn't have transports to bring them to Europe. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way to do it when you accidentally kill all of your own people. We've kind of run out of things to do here that I really care about. The rest of these are kind of bonuses. I guess we'll get some influence. That's nice. Afro-Americans, they can leave if they want. You lost me at I'm a little fuckboy. Did somebody say this? Am I not keeping up with chat here? Consciousness? Fuck. Consciousness is very low. Another bankruptcy. Alright, let's get these... I keep saying this. Let's get these troops together. I think we might be fine to start the war soon and just sort of reinforce as we go. Maybe not the best plan, I'll admit. But I think it'll work. Let's put these together. That looks good. This is a group here. That's good. This is a group here. Another group here. So we've got sort of the Midwest front. We've got the Washington front. The DC front. And we've got the California front. We need more troops on the California front. We're probably fine in the Midwest, but we'd probably need a bit more. Also, there's the Colorado front, which I'm using a very loose definition of front, by the way. This is really just the Western and Eastern front. Maybe Northern you could consider, but yeah, Colorado could also use some more. So we need to build up a bit more before I'm gonna really feel confident about this. But honestly, not much. And probably because the U.S. is stupid and they have, you know, like 30,000 troops over in Africa, where, like, who even cares if you lose it, right? I mean, it's Africa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. I mean, they don't even have slavery. What are they going to do with those people? They don't need Africans. You know what I mean? What are you going to do with them? 6. Okay. What is this? Okay. All right. Okay. I gotta... Okay, this is gotchi. Okay. That last one was just not gotchi. That was just like a popular song that like I'd get in trouble for after I put this on YouTube. Just something to keep in mind. I don't need 2 engineers. Is that like that's a real thing. I don't want to fuck with the copyright shit. Let's send these guys here. That'll be good. You know, it says gotchi version, but there's no gotchi going on here. Can I skip ahead? There's still no gotchi. Now Persona 5. Okay, this song is fucking great. I haven't played Persona 5, but I love this fucking song. Are you saying you identify as an asexual organism? Yes. So do you not have reproductive organs? No, what they're saying is they've got both. They can reproduce with themselves. Fascist Jamaica wants an alliance. That sounds neat. Sure thing, Jamaica. Rock on. Oh, 15,000 troops. You're pretty good there, Jamaica. Not bad for a little island country. Hey, you replace that weed with some nationalism, you get some shit done. And by that I mean you get some fucking soldiers to go invade some foreign nations, you know. Good shit. I'll take it. Here's 19,000 right, or 18,000 right there. Also, why aren't these boats just together? Yeah. This is good. Preacher Man. Kill him? Nah, just make him more conscious. I don't care. Wake him up. Yeah, I like this song a lot. You guys will also move up. That's a little bit more. So yeah, we're getting pretty close to forces I'm comfortable with. At the very least, comfortable with starting the war. We're running out of time. We can't dilly-dally here. We have too many engineers. Which is also a strange thing to say. As an American, it's a strange thing to say. Although, apparently, I've heard recently that that's kind of been overhyped. The sort of shortage of mathematics and scientific fields that we actually do very well, but we just want an excuse to ship in foreign workers because they're cheaper. So we take all the smart Indians. It's an interesting idea. I like the thought of it. Well, I don't like the thought of it on the same token, but it's funny.